Hey, man, hello, and welcome to Two Grumpy Vets and a Dude. I'm your host, Brian, and I am here with my two other hosts. We got the Dude and also followed up by Rich Chelson, and we are here again for yet another fun-filled, action-packed, who knows what's going to come pouring out of our mouth episode of the show. Two Grumpy Vets and a Dude. And I said it right this time again. Yay!
You did.
I'm on a I'm on a roll. So yeah, we're doing great. All right. So we're
Roll with
starting the
it.
show
Yeah,
off
run,
on
dude, run.
humdinger. So but yeah, so no. So how's everybody holding up today? What's been going on this week?
Run,
All
dude.
right, good to hear. Good to hear. We've got a lot of stuff going on. All right. So
Well, like I was fixing to say, the dude, almost had to use an arc today to, carry along with his tractor trailer so he wouldn't drown. We had about, I don't know, inch and a half, 2 inches of rain in just a few hours today, and yeah, it made driving out on the roads very interesting, as it always does when it's a very heavy downpour and you have drivers that in the fast lane. Unfortunately, I can't drive in the fast lane because my truck is not governed to drive in the fast lane. But you have these
most
people
DFW, the left lane is no trucks at all. So
yeah, so that's where the high speed lane is on the left-hand side.
Yep.
And you have people, when it's a real heavy downpour, put on their four-way flashers on their car and go down to about 40, 45 miles an hour in the fast lane. They can't move over
because they can't see.
You're right. They can't see, or they can't move over to let the even more stupider people that want to drive the speed limit in a really heavy downfall just blast along and start the hydroplane. But those are even the stupider people. But yeah, that was my entertainment for today.
Oh yeah,
was being in a very heavy downpour driving down the road.
Oh yeah. No, it's always good to see.
That is high quality entertainment right there.
Oh heck yeah, it is. That's see who takes care of their tires. That's everyone's favorite game show.
Mm-hmm.
So you see people go flying down the road, and all of a sudden you see their butt start wiggling. You're going, oh, he doesn't take care of his tires. He held on. He held on. Oh darn it. So
next one comes up, and then he spins out. It's like, yep.
Another guy comes flying up and sees the other guy start wiggling, so he slams on his brakes, and he's already not in contact with the asphalt. So he does just keep going.
And then when I was going to pick up my new tractor today, which I don't know how long it's going to be before I even get into that new tractor, I was going northbound on Interstate 35, and southbound there was, I think, and I don't know, I think it was a Tahoe, a Chevy Tahoe, or a Chevy Suburban. There was nothing left on the front of that vehicle from the driver's side, or from the front doors forward. There was nothing left because he hit the back end of a semi and basically tucked that what's that bar
his
called?
Nose under his butt.
No, up underneath that
DOT bar.
That bar. Do I?
Yeah.
DOT bar, ICC bar.
Yeah, the ICC bar was not vertical. It was almost horizontal. And there was nothing left of that SUV in the front of it, or from the front of the doors. The front doors forward. Yeah, no. So stupid people playing stupid games.
Well,
probably on their phones while it's raining, doing 60 miles an hour, coming up behind a stop semi.
The song on Spotify. They had to bump it forward till they found a song they liked.
Right. And I mean, dude, they didn't hit you, so
You're right.
So
thank goodness they didn't hit me.
Right. So, let people be people.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
You know, as long as they don't affect you and the way you live and what you're doing, let them be stupid.
Yep. I will definitely let stupid people play their stupid games.
And they will win the best stupid prizes.
Yes, they will.
Yeah, isn't some of those prizes just outstanding of what they receive?
Oh yeah, I mean, like that one guy, he received a brand new car and increased premiums in his on his insurance.
If he had insurance, let's hope he did.
Well, let's hope he did, because that was the back part of the car was real nice. The front part of the car wasn't. I mean, it was a newer SUV. Like
but that
maybe
doesn't mean
a
whether
couple
they have
years old.
insurance or not.
Well, that's true. And if they don't, sucks to be them.
Yeah.
Well,
because then the trucking company is going to sue the booger out of them to get the money, so they don't have to pay for it. So their insurance company is going to sue them.
Right. I mean, an ICC bar, that's not expensive to replace.
No, it's not.
It's in fact, most of them don't even replace it. They just straighten it out and leave it.
Yeah, this one would not be able to be straightened out. And it takes a bit of a force to bring that ICC bar from vertical to horizontal.
Oh, dude, trust me, I know. Firsthand knowledge. I know.
Firsthand knowledge, huh?
Yes, firsthand knowledge. And
all right, so expound upon that firsthand knowledge. now you piqued my interest, man. So what do we got here?
Well, there's been actually a couple times. That's years ago. I was backing into a dock. And it was early in the morning. It was dark, and my mirrors. I looked in both mirrors, and I was straight dead on the dock. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, half asleep. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm good. So I hit reverse and I start backing up, and all of a sudden I feel whoa, and I'm like, it was like I pushed back and then got pushed forward, and I'm like, what the hell? I pulled up, I got out, and I had V'd my CC bar because there was a concrete bollard at the entrance to the dock, and I V'd that son of a bitch just like that.
Oh shit!
And I was like, oh hell no! And I say it was in Grand Island, Nebraska, at
Grand Island.
Yeah, Grand Island.
Grand Island, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
that's about 3 hours from my hometown.
From Lincoln? Bullshit. Yeah. It ain't 3 hours, dude.
Grand Island?
Yeah, about 2, a little over 2.
Yeah, well, okay.
Dude, what you driving, a Volkswagen? Come on now.
Okay.
No, anyway. Yeah. Lincoln. Well, see, York. Let's see, York was York was about an hour, and then see 312 to give me an exit number in Lincoln, Ron, on 80.
Oh hell, I don't know. I haven't been to Lincoln in freaking 5 years.
Really, dude?
And even if I go there today, I can't give you an exit number because I know the street that I'm going to turn off of, regardless of what the exit number is. I don't have a clue. I couldn't tell you how to get to the routes that I do on a daily basis by exit numbers. I just know how to get there.
Right?
Oh,
I just know whenever I'm going to Tyler, I always turn off on Highway 69. And the only reason I remember that is because there's a 12-year-old boy in me that just giggles every time I see that road.
Yeah, no, I would know the exit numbers because York, if I remember right, was see 312. I think it was at 370. I want to say Gretna was at the 412, and Lincoln's back this way probably 20, 30 miles. So it's probably 380, 390, somewhere around there. Yeah, is where, if I remember, that's where Lincoln was at. Because Nebraska is only 402 miles across the state on
I
80.
know it's long.
It's only 400 miles, dude. Texas is wider
Well,
than
still,
that.
it's the same. Oh, I know, but at the same time, when you've never been to Nebraska before, and you go up to Kimball, Nebraska for a job interview, and you're thinking, hey, I'm just going to go until I hit the next north-south interstate and go down and just jump onto, just make a big circuit kind of that way. And you
That'll work
don't
for you.
stop driving for 8 hours.
Right.
That's a long freaking ways of driving because you don't get a north-south interstate until you hit Des Moines.
Right.
Well,
It's
the
like
only
son
north,
of a bitch.
yeah, and the only north-south interstate is actually what 135 that
Oh,
branches from 35 north-south and someplace in middle of Kansas.
Salina, Kansas is where
Yes,
is where
Salina.
135. Salina down to
Okay.
Wichita is 135, and that's where 35 comes in at. And
Yep.
then
And
it's all back roads all the way up to 80 from there. I
yeah,
know.
and
I used to
135
run it.
135 stops at I-80 in York.
No, it doesn't. No,
Does
Salina,
it?
Kansas. No.
No, I'm
Now
talking about north, going north.
that's what I'm
Where it
saying. No,
reconnects back into I-35 because those
no,
like 135s and stuff. Those are usually those like spurs,
no.
like
Oh, Brian,
635.
hold on. No. 135 stops in Kansas. And
Okay.
like that's from
I know
Wichita
that's going south. That's going south.
I'm talking going north, dude. Going north.
Who's on
Here,
first?
hang on. Unless the map has totally fucking changed.
I was gonna say,
Oh my god.
let me know if you can share. If we need.
Hang on. I believe I can. Because yeah, I can share. I believe.
See here.
You disabled it, dude.
I don't
Is it
like
disabled?
to share.
Yeah, it is. It is disabled.
Okay, let's see here. All right. Well, here's great video. Me going vertical. All right. Let's see here. All right.
Okay.
Let's see here. Meeting settings. Is that topic? Mute financial touchdown. Nope. I don't care about my appearance. I'm ugly. I know it. I own it. Show my connected time. Nope. All right. Let's see here. Let's jump up to zoom.us.
It should be on the screen. It should have a share button.
Mine, yeah, it says share, but to enable share, I think what I have to do to enable sharing for all of us is sign in.
Let's see. You need to go into video settings.
Let's come over here. Solutions.
And Brian is still looking for the share button.
Well, no, I've got the share, but it brings up. I'll pull it up on.
No, Brian, I know. Go to video settings on yours.
If I hit that, it shares screen, photos, iCloud, Dropbox, Microsoft OneDrive. It's share a screen on my side. It's not sharing. There's a setting, and like I said, I think it's on, but I'm trying to figure out why in the hell I can't see. Okay, there's profile. There we go. All right, so meetings. All right. Two grumpy vets. Edit. Come on, edit. Oh, it ain't gonna let me edit while we're running our. Is it? Edit. Yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Living room, video, participants on, options, show, allow participants to join, view to breakout room, automatically record, automatically start entry, to approve or block users. Like templates, US media chat.
Yeah, I'm looking through everything also. Because before Zoom started doing all these updates, it was real easy to enable screen sharing.
Yeah, it was. It was.
And now it's not.
No, it's not whiteboards. Clips, scheduler. Let's see here. Settings. General. The Switzerland data center is only used for processing recordings.
The Switzerland data center.
That's what it says.
Okay.
Customized data centers for meeting, webinar, whiteboards, Zoom data centers process real-time meeting, webinar, video, audio, share, yada, 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 yada. And then underneath there is a little yellow box that says the Switzerland data center is only used for processing recordings. So, all right, feedback to Zoom, allow. So yeah. So folks, this is gripping entertainment right now.
I know, right? Riveting, man. Fucking riveting.
See, device management, room management, search settings.
We're trying to figure out how to share a damn screen.
Share, return. Allow host and participants to share their screens or content during meetings, webinar. It actually says that it's on. How many participants can share at the same time? One participant can share. Who can share? Oh, there we go. Switch that to all participants who can start sharing when someone else is sharing. We'll make it a shit show. And actually, no, I'm going to do host only. I've got the power. So, all right, save that. Screen sharing, presenter view. Screen sharing when guests are in the meeting.
Yeah, it's still saying no.
Control. Show Zoom windows during screen share annotation. Disable desktop screen sharing for meetings you host.
And this is all because 3 truck drivers have no idea
where the hell this damn road
Nebraska.
I know where it is because I used to run this route twice a fucking week. A lot of times.
Okay.
No, I've got it pulled up, dude. Yeah, I've got it pulled up.
So, all right. Well, anyhow,
what?
Next time we'll be able to do the. We'll be able to do screen sharing if we happen to decide to have another discussion. So,
well, but
I would
no.
go on 135. I would go as far as north to York, hit 80, hang a right, go to Lincoln.
Run. Listen, 135 stops in Salina, Kansas, and US 81 picks up. Okay. And US 81 goes all the way up to York and our Interstate 80. And then you turn right and go to Lincoln.
Okay.
It's
Like
not
I said.
135 though.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's 81.
Okay. So
So
I went to on the road from Temple, Texas, all the way 35 up into Kansas, get on 135. I guess I got onto another road that I know how to get onto to
well,
York, hang a right on Interstate 80 and go to Lincoln.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
See, that easy. It's
Don't it?
that easy. See, it took us 20 minutes of discussion to remember how he got to Salina, Kansas. Yeah, something like that, at least.
but yeah, no, running up 135. If you didn't stop in Salina, you wouldn't make any turns. You just automatically switch to 81, and it
Yeah.
switches to US 81 all the way up into Nebraska.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, 135 is one of those multi-numbered highways, I'm sure. So it's like 135, 81. It's kind of like how 287,
Yeah,
820, and
Well,
all that.
that's just like if anybody asked me directions on how to get from here to there, you know what? I'd have to look up Google because I can get there, but I can't give you directions on how to get there.
Yep. World's most famous directions. Just go to www.justfuckinggoogleit.com.
Well, no, you see, the thing is, back in the day, before we had Google, before anybody heard of Google, yeah, shut up. My phone's trying to talk to me now because it got excited because I said Google.
Ooh, he said my name. He said my name.
Oh yeah, but
You had the almanac,
Almanac.
yeah.
You mean
Well,
that?
no,
or not
no,
the Atlas, that big freaking book, Atlas.
yeah,
Yeah.
Paper
Really
maps, like we were pirates of the roads.
yeah. But see, the thing is, after oh, I don't know, 6-8 months, I never pulled the Atlas out. I just pulled it right out of my head.
Right.
Because I
yeah,
knew
because,
exactly where everything was at in any state.
correct. Now try to explain that to somebody.
Oh, it was easy.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
could
he's
even
one
write
of
it out.
Yeah, Ron, he's one of those. I've got a friend, his name's John, and he's like that. He's always rattling, oh yeah, you go down to 283 and then you make a left over on the US 54 and you just keep going down that until you come across highway 18, and then you make a left-hand turn on it. You go south on there for about 4.5 miles until you get over to County Road 124, and, and he'll tell you exactly how to get there. And he's rattling off numbers. You're going, what? Where? Which number was that? Astounds me. He's like, hey, what road was that one? Car wash at? Being like, the one that's in Oklahoma City. I don't know what road number that was. I don't drive by road numbers. I go this direction until Google says turn, and it's like, okay.
that's just like the old saying. Go till you hit the fork in the road, not the spoon, the fork. And go left.
Yeah, no,
Make sure you don't actually physically hit the fork.
Yep.
No,
we used to have fun. We would tell people to ask directions, and we'd tell them, yeah, you go down the road, and you're going to see a turn. You're going to see a road that curves off to the side. You want to turn straight and keep going down the road.
oh, you want to hear something funny? I was at the Flying J in Amarillo, right?
Hey, I know that place.
And yeah, no, I know that place well. And anyway, I had to deliver there in Amarillo, and I didn't know where this place was at, and I'm like, what the hell? And called him up. Lady answered the phone, and I said, well, I need to find out how to get y'all. I said, I don't know where y'all at. She said, where you at? I said, the Flying J. She said, oh hell, come down a long block, hang a right, go a short block, hang a left. We're up on the left. That's exactly what she told me.
What the hell's a long block? I'm still trying to figure out.
Now, Check it. That's serious. That was seriously the
long block,
directions I got.
go to a short block.
Yep. A long block, a short block, and then turn left. And actually, and this is how it went. I turned out the Flying J. I turned on the service road. I didn't jump on the highway. I stayed on the service road down to the next exit, which was the exit for the Petro in Amarillo. Well, at there, I turned right. I went up under the overpass and turned left. And back in there,
you go into that.
There's a few companies
that would have been
there.
Lakeside, wouldn't it? No, Petro's on Lakeside. Never mind. I'll shut up now.
Okay. Yeah, no. It was just like spitting distance. There was a few businesses back there. And but yeah, I turned left, went back in there and followed that road around right into them. And what was funny, when I turned right there, that's the road I normally came in on coming out when I'd come down from Dumas, or coming through Dumas when I was hauling meat and stuff like that. I would come down and cut across that road and come down by the Petro.
335. Yeah. Take
the
loop
335. Yeah, that's it. 335. Yeah. But yeah, it was funny, some of the directions I've gotten, or so I mean, yeah, telling people how to get somewhere.
That's a different thing. Yeah.
It's fun, but yeah, I can get them lost. And it's funny. It's funnier when you're sitting there explaining it, and you look at the person and they're like totally lost, and you know it. And so, yeah, I just stop and it's like, hang on, let me write these down for you.
Right.
Because they're just like, yeah, I'm not gonna remember that. Yeah, I mean, the look on their face is just like, oh God. It's like, no, it's easy.
We're going where? It's like, it's okay. Just keep your doors locked.
Yeah, some places, yeah.
And when you get on the north side of I-40, on the east side of Amarillo, yeah, you kept your doors locked. You still keep your doors locked. So my daughter, she lived on the north side of Amarillo for about 6 months or so. She was just, she called it the north side, but it's technically anything north side of Amarillo is anything Amarillo Boulevard north, and she was just a couple blocks south of Amarillo Boulevard. So, but she was still in the sketchy part of town where
right.
It was almost as bad as Bruckner Boulevard whenever I was young and could only afford. That was the only apartment complex I found that I could actually afford with on my salary. So police, you had police helicopters flying overhead from time to time. You heard gunshots. It was normal night if you heard gunshots. If you heard more than one, it was an active night. The pizza delivery people wouldn't deliver after 5 o'clock. So,
oh my gosh.
Loop 12 in Dallas, right off of I-30. It's
okay.
Loop 12. It's Bruckner Boulevard is the actual name. I will never forget that place. So, a lot of fun. I mean, everybody there they were wonderful people, but at the same time, I mean, we were even told there's times we'd sit out on our old patio and we would have security guard come by going, "Hey, we can't have you out on your patio. It's after sun's down. You need to go inside." It's like, what? He's telling me we've actually got a freaking curfew that we can't?
That'd be like...
So we'd go inside and hang outside. We'd bitch, moan, groan about it for a little bit. Then we'd go back outside, sit out for a little while longer until he came by. I was like, "Yeah, I told you to go inside." I was like, "All right, fine, go inside."
It's like, yeah, bite me. It's like, look, I bring my own protection. I don't need you.
Yeah, it was, but hell, you got a lady who was, I guess she would make a trip down to Sam's, and she was running her own little store out of her apartment. So you'd go up, knock on the door, she'd open it up, and she's like, "So what you need?" got a 12-pack of Cokes. Oh, yep. She'd go back in the room. She'd come back out. So I mean, it was a little higher than your normal 12-pack of Cokes, but at the same time, you didn't have to go hop the car, drive all the way down. You just had to go down to the next apartment units, and it's great. People are enterprising so many different ways. It's such a cool thing. So,
and you know, that's the thing. It's not hard to do.
no,
You know, especially if you're in an area like that. I mean, yeah, you could actually make a pretty decent living.
Oh yeah, and I mean and so many people get themselves so wrapped around the axle on the, well, I've got to get a business license. No, actually, you don't. You really don't have to get all those licenses and things that make you sound official. Now, the city would love for you to do so, because that means they get to collect more taxes off of you.
Right.
They get to put you in the special commercial tax bracket, which is, not just the regular 30%. It's closer to about 50%. They like to throw to get a little more extra money out of you.
Right. Put screws to you a little more.
Put a little extra screws to you. But at the same time, you don't actually have to. Right. That's one of the great wonders of America is you can start up a business and you can fly under the radar for a while, and eventually, they're going to catch on. They're going to, oh, hey, we noticed you've been bringing in a little extra money. Are you reporting that?
Right.
And you better be prepared to say, yeah, I am reporting it. Here's the proof that I'm reporting it. And they're okay with it. You can still fly until you get, start trying to bring in employees, and that's when, sadly, there's extra laws in place that if you don't follow those laws, they can make your life real hellish.
Right. Yeah, no, but a lot of times, well, like these food trucks, well, I don't know. Say the food trucks has to have the health inspector
stuff.
Unless
you're really good at driving.
And you have a really fast food truck.
Stop. You stop. You're there for a few moments. All right. Okay, there we go. It looks like a health department showed up. Sorry guys, time to move.
Gotta go.
Drive, Pedro, drive. We gotta go fast.
Oh my gosh. No, the other day I was in Burger King, and I do this every now and again. I go to Burger King in the mornings, and I get the Egg Normus burrito meal.
Egg Normus burrito.
Egg Normus. Oh, I love it. It's huge, man. It's like freaking huge. You can't see my hands. It's like, it's like this. I don't know. But either way. And
it's big. Just take more for it.
Yeah.
But
that's what she said.
Have we decided that it's big?
Yeah, it's big.
Okay. It's huge.
Got it, right.
It's huge, man. Yeah. No.
Again, that's what she said.
as long as she's happy with that, I'm good.
Yeah.
But no, anyway, normally I drive through the drive-through, but this time it's like, you know what? I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, screw this. I'm gonna eat this on the inside. And so I ordered it, and I found this little thing here, and it was out there on the counter. That's like a little newsletter thingy.
The coffee news.
Yeah. And it's got different stories and stuff and advertisements and everything. I thought, well, I'll look at it while I'm eating.
Is that kind of like a Thrifty Nickel or a Penny News? Those are free newspapers in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. But it's just, front and back. It is a veteran does do this.
Okay.
I'm not sure of his name, but yeah, he does do this. But I was reading through it, and actually, there's this one I was reading. It was funny. This food criminal. You know how you know how some people go out to eat and then they eat, and then when the check comes, they run out the restaurant and don't pay.
Oh yeah, yeah. Food dumpers, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this guy, I guess this was in Holland. It says it was a Dutchman outdid himself by doing this 127 times over the course of a few years. And says the man from the city of Delft, Delft.
Okay.
So I think that's in Holland. I'm not sure. Now, he didn't cheat the restaurants by dining and then running out. Instead, he would fake an illness just before the bill came. And in a recent attempt, paramedics were called. So he couldn't leave, you know.
Right.
And the freaking paramedics didn't find nothing wrong. And so they're like, no, we ain't taking you to the hospital. Dude's asking them to take him to the hospital. And they're like, no, man, there's nothing wrong, dude.
You've got to take me to the hospital. No, sorry,
Now,
you got to be sick.
now, hang on. This is how nice these people are. The owner of the restaurant felt sorry for the man, right? And suggested that he pay later and asked him for his address. Well, old dude who is doing all this wasn't thinking, gave him his address. because the thing is, the address that he gave to the paramedics was another address.
Oh no.
So apparently between the paramedics and the restaurant owner, they called the Popo, and the Popo looked into it and found 127 complaints from other restaurants about this person.
And he was dying and dashing.
Yeah. Except he didn't run. He just faked being sick. So yeah, there's a few more I can throw in here, and it's this I found pretty cool. Sean Connery, James Bond.
Oh, yeah, Sean Connery.
Right.
Cool.
Did you know he started out as a bodybuilder?
No, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he did. And he even competed in the Mr. Universe pageant.
Huh.
Yeah. I read that and I'm like, that's pretty cool. I never knew that.
No, never knew that either. I mean, there's a lot of actors who started out with very normal jobs. I mean, we all heard about Harrison Ford. He was a carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
And oh crud. Let's see who else was not Time in a Bottle. Who's that guy that sings that? If I could save time in a bottle.
Oh, it's Elton John, isn't it?
No, not Elton
John. I got it. The picture.
Wait, no, yeah.
No. Don't Mess Around with Slim.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I just cannot give you a name.
Yeah, right? It's like right here.
Another great time. Great. Our wonderful geriatric minds that we've got.
Yes.
Jim Croce.
Older than
Jim Croce.
That's it. Jim Croce.
He started out as a truck driver.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was a truck driver, and he there's a lot of his albums that he actually, whenever he would do like shows in like clubs and stuff, he would talk about the times that he used to drive a truck and some of his random adventures that he would have while driving that said semi. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them who celebrities who started out as, regular schlubs before they became, awesome people. Then you got Sean Connery who's like going, man, I'm not even going to try that. I'm going to I'm going to be Mr. Universe, and so I will.
Yeah, and
So-
actually, they said that's what jump started his acting career. I don't know how, but they did. So now, since how we're on this, because this thing's it's just got different thing. It has some trivia.
Right.
So let me ask both of you a trivia question.
All right, let's see if my vast amount of completely totally useless knowledge is going to be at work here.
And we'll see. A team in the sport of curling has 2, 4, or 8 members.
Ding.
What'd you say?
Okay.
That's 4.
Dude, what do you say?
Repeat that one more time. I have an answer. Just repeat that for me one more time.
A team in the sport of curling has 2, 4, or 8 members.
2.
Brian was right with 4.
Because curling is just one of those weird sports that you can't help but watch.
No, trust me.
It's boring as hell because it's shuffleboard on a grand scale.
Well, I understand that, but still,
Right, but
there is nothing about that sport that has ever made me want to sit down, drink a beer, and watch someone push a big old
no.
little
You don't watch
puck
it for
across
all
it.
afternoon. You just watch a couple of watching them shove that granite slab down the ice a couple times, and watch the rest of the folks who were on the janitor team sit there and sweep the shit out of the ice, just to make it melt just enough to keep it slick. And then if they see that they're going off, then they'll recorrect by one side will stop, the other side will brush even harder. And so, it's interesting. It's fascinating to watch them do it. But then at the same time, once you realize, oh, they're doing shuffleboard on ice, it's like, okay, well, on to other things.
Now, okay. Let's see. I tried to answer these questions. I didn't know any of them. But number 2, there's 5 altogether. Okay. So number 2, blank is the official name of the surgical procedure called a nose job.
Again, already okay. Note this one. What do you, Ron? I'll let you go for it.
Gee, thanks. Just throw me up underneath the bus. I have no clue.
Brian?
Rhinoplasty.
Okay, yes, you got that right. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, number 3. Let's see, I got it. Okay. What is the only Central American country to not border the Caribbean Sea?
Ask it one more time.
Central American country. So it's
Which
not
is
Panama. We know that.
Which is the only Central American country to not border the Caribbean Sea?
See, it's not Venezuela. It's not Mexico. It's not Panama. It's not Venezuela. Shit, it's not. It's the one I can't think of because Guatemala touches the sea also.
Honduras. Because it doesn't touch any sea. I have no clue.
Honduras isn't landlocked.
Honduras? I thought Honduras was landlocked. I don't know. I'm not a very good geography individual. I'm sorry.
Or is that Grenada? No, Grenada, because the Marines landed on Grenada.
Well, I have to say,
Grenada's an island.
Yeah, hey Ron, I have to say Honduras is not it.
I'm gonna have to say I want to say Guatemala, but that's not it either. So I don't know.
You give up?
Yeah.
El Salvador. Yeah, that's what it says. I'm just reading the paper.
I gotta look at the map again because I could have sworn else up. That's one of the ones I was thinking of. There's what 20? No, not 20. I can't remember how many countries. Never mind. I'm going to shut up because I'm just there.
There's
It's
actually
better
quite a
to
few.
keep your mouth shut and to be thought an idiot than to open your mouth and remove all doubts. So
That's very sound advice. Sometimes I have to eat those words myself.
And you know what? Both of y'all have lost that long time ago.
Now, question number 4. The dot over the letters I and J is called a biddle, sploot, or a tittle.
Don't know.
Ron, you've got a 1 in 3 shot, dude. Take a guess. Biddle,
Same again.
sploot, biddle, sploot, or tittle.
Bethel. The first
it's
one.
tittle.
Tittle.
Oh, the first one. I think it's tittle with a T.
Brian is right. Tittle. Tittle with the T. Guys, do not feel bad. Ron, dude, do not feel bad because I didn't know any of these. So, trinitrotoluene. Hang on, I'll spell it. TRINITROTOLUENE.
Okay, hold up. I gotta be able to visually see it. TRINIT
RO
RO.
TOLUENE. And I think it just try nitroluene or something like that.
TOULE.
TOLUENE. Echo November Echo.
Try not to green. Okay, that's a new word. All right, yeah. So
Okay, Ron, do you have an idea?
No. Not a clue.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know this either, and y'all are gonna shit yourselves. TNT.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, try nitrotoluene.
Yeah, the try, the nitro,
Nitro
and the yeah, toluene. Yeah, TNT. I didn't even know it either. So, but yeah, that's the 5 questions. And like I said, this thing here, I was just sitting there reading this, and it's actually pretty cool. So I think maybe next week I'll have to go to Burger King and get my
get next week's.
enormous get my enormous burrito and get the next one.
So, all right. Wanted to jump in real quick, do just a little bit of business talk. Combinations is why I want to do this. One, because there's a couple things that business wise like to talk about, but also just show you guys that we're not doing anything out of the ordinary. Because I do want to use this show as a means to help guys know that they can actually meet with friends intentionally on a weekly basis. Mm-hmm. And have a good time doing it. Sitting around just bullshitting for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, however long you wanted to talk. And there's nothing wrong with that. But also wanted to just show y'all that, hey, we do have different you can do this as a podcast too. And as we go along, this podcast is probably going to start getting a little more structured as we go, as we kind of go through things. We may find out that, hey, everybody, it seems like our audience really likes the rich trivia minute. So we go through and he starts collecting a whole bunch of Trivia Pursuit games, so he's always got a little card he can whip out and
Didn't even think about that, dude. I could go to a thrift store and get a Trivial Pursuit game. Shit, I would have trivia questions for years.
I've got one's called Brainstorm that's just nothing but riddles.
Oh yeah, no, I'm out. I have
no
never.
one ever wants to play that game. Come on. So, but anyhow, just wanted to be able to show y'all. But there's also, as this show continues to have more episodes cranked out, there's more things that we're going to want to do. Might change, add some stuff, remove some stuff. So from time to time, not every episode, maybe once every 5 episodes or so, we have sit down and kind of have a little bit of a business meeting to just, how are we doing? Where are we? Are there things in the show that need to be changed? Are there things in the show that we need to really lean into, or things like that? Just want to find that out. And if you got ideas for other stuff in the show, that's where both Rich and the dude can come in and state their ideas, and I can bounce my ideas off of them. And since there's an odd number of us, we're never going to be deadlocked, because one will be going, yeah, I like this idea, and the other one will go, no, I don't like this idea. And so that will always cause a majority somewhere,
right?
Just right. by default. So anyhow, yeah. So we'll bring this portion of the show into session. So, got anything that? What do y'all think of the show so far?
I mean, so far I like it, and I'm not sure because I've looked on the episodes, and I'm not sure why one is resonating. I wish we could get some feedback, but I know that's.
Oh no, we can. We can actually get some feedback. It might be a little difficult at the moment because we're still trying to get helipad actually up and moving. I'm fixing to say forget it on Start 9. I'm thinking of just going for Umbral and trying that one, because it's getting a bit on the aggravating side. Mine's still at like 45% or something like that. It's just
really
so low on trying to get that darn.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
okay.
Of course, the laptop that I'm using, maybe 15 years old.
It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter because Linux. Well, your Wi-Fi card is it? Are you using Wi-Fi or is it plugged in?
Oh yeah, no, it's Wi-Fi. I'm not about to give the dogs anything that they find interesting to gnaw on. So, I let them chew on the air. So, because I would like to go ahead and get of course, where the Wi-Fi access, or where the router is, as opposed to where the desk is I'd have to probably get about 100-foot cable just to make sure that I had enough, because I would have to go around the edge of the room somewhere,
and
just to keep it out of the way so it didn't cross the floor and be a trip hazard stuff. So, and right. I know the wife is not up for me drilling through the floor, so that's not going to happen. So
staple gun along the baseboard, dude.
Along the baseboard. So
no,
and then
okay.
Up and around and down and through. And
well, it could be since you're on Wi-Fi. Your Wi-Fi card being so old, unless you're using a USB stick.
It's just it's built in, so it's it's like 5 or 6 generations old, I'm sure.
Okay. I mean that that there could be part of the problem.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What
are they up to, like N or something like that, or beyond N?
Oh no, they've blown past N.
Yeah.
Yeah. It used to be BG and N. See, what is mine right now? I forgot mine's Took you long enough. Shit. All right. Am I still here?
Yes,
You're
you
still
are.
there.
Okay.
You
Because
have not transported yourself to any place else.
you sure about that? Because I just accidentally clicked off my Wi-Fi and clicked it back on.
Yeah. I just heard everything you said. You just clicked off the Wi-Fi and clicked it back on.
Yeah. No. Before, when I said, am I still on? That
Yeah.
was when, that was when I had clicked it off by accident and then clicked it back on.
Yeah. Yep. There wasn't a single drop at all on that.
Wow, that's awesome. Here, hang on.
So-
Let me see, because I know the Wi-Fi has gotten a whole lot better.
You're right.
Hardware properties. Actually, see this one. I've got Wi-Fi 5. Wi-Fi 6 is coming out. I've got Wi-Fi 5. It's 802.11 AC.
Oh, okay, so they've already gone all the way through the alphabet and they're going back again.
Yeah. and it's Wi-Fi 5. So
Yeah.
They've changed it quite a bit. But no, it's, that's the thing, I mean, I kind of like what we're doing. I mean, I need to get a little better on maybe getting some ideas and everything like that. See, the thing is, you see, what's hard is, well, this past week's been really fucking rough on me, and I don't know if I'm going to talk about that yet, but something else I've been doing is trying to buy a fucking house.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew about the house.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's okay, but it is still taxing on my mind, because
Right.
I mean, all the stuff that, the girls have needed for paperwork and stuff like that, I've gotten them, and stuff like that. But it's like, what the hell's going on? I get emails and I got to call whoever back and like, okay, explain this, and it's just my mind. I don't know. My mind for some reason is just not opening
You're
up.
anticipating it to be like buying a car, and it's nowhere near as straightforward.
You're probably right. Yeah.
And because no, there's
and even with all of this technology, you still kill 250-year-old oak trees for all the damn paperwork.
They are doing virtual signings and closings now, so they are getting to those.
Well, I will say just about everything I have signed, I have only signed one piece of paper with a pen. All the rest has been done online.
Yeah, unless they absolutely need a wet signature. Most of it's all virtual now. So
and it's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm not nervous about this, but I'm still nervous because
it's an unknown area for you. So obviously
very
it would be.
Yeah, very, very unknown. I've learned a lot quick, and still waiting on my appraisal. The VA charges $600 freaking dollars down here for an appraisal. They're going to pay someone $600 to drive 30 miles, look at a house and say, yep.
Well, it's not just to look at the house. It is if they get a good appraiser, and then appraiser and home inspector, because the home inspection I think is probably more of what they're doing.
No.
So they are actually having two separate things then.
No, I'm not doing the home inspection. I've already done that. Yeah. Remember, I used to do this stuff for a living.
Really? I didn't know you were a home inspector.
No, not an inspector, but rebuilding houses and remodels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of that.
Oh, okay.
So that's why, and looking over this house, I mean, I can look at joists and walls and see if they're straight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but home inspectors do a lot more than just making sure that someone's used the proper size nail on a joist. They actually look, if they're doing their job, they actually know a lot of the tricks of lazy contractors.
Mhm.
And so they'll look and see, oh, see, look at this. They've got, 4.5 inches worth of exposed wire coiled up inside of this, side of this junction box here that, and see the stuff that is a problem.
Oh
And
yeah.
so,
Will you see stuff like that? If I saw something like that, my first instinct would be to pull
fix it.
that pull that out, cut it, and fix it. I mean, so I'm not saying do not get a home inspection. I'm not saying do not discount a home inspector, especially if you don't know anything about a house
Right.
or building, or anything like this. And I don't know everything, and I'll never say I know everything, but I know quite a bit. And
Okay.
with electrical, plumbing, and trust me, I've seen a lot of what these, when they're building new houses, some of the shit they do to make it pass.
Oh, hell
Oh
yeah.
my God. And I mean, I've had to go
Yeah.
back
There's
and
YouTube channels out there of just home inspectors going, this is a fucked up deal. This is a fucked up deal. This is a fucked up deal. This
right.
is a fucked up deal.
But
Where'd
yeah,
they
no.
think this was going to work?
But yeah, no, that's why I didn't get a home inspection, because I mean, looking through the house, when I went and looked at the house, I was looking at all the sockets. I was looking at, and I mean, most of them had covers on them, some of them didn't. And I could see right up in there, I mean, and plus my house.
Yeah.
I built the inside of my house, the plumbing, the
Right.
electrical and stuff like that. So, like I said, I'm not saying I'm a qualified inspector, but I kind of know what I'm looking for too when I'm
Yeah.
looking. And I didn't find, I even, as much as I hate bending down or getting on the ground, I even got down on the ground and looked up under the house
Okay.
and everything, because my house is elevated. Or this house that I'm looking at, it's elevated
Right.
and everything. So yeah, I got down and looked all that up under there and everything. So
Okay.
that's why I said no on the house inspection. But the appraiser, what do? They just walk up, look to neighborhood, and say,
There's a bit of research to it, but at the same time, it is looking at the house and seeing making sure that they've got that that the square footage is what it claims to be, number of rooms, all that. When they find that out, they then also look and see, well, how much did the rest of the houses in that area actually go for?
mm-hmm.
And so they go through, they ascertain all that, and then they make a judgment call and go, okay, well, this house looks like it's worth about $150,000, or they'll look and see, okay, is it actually worth whatever the asking price is? What size loan are you trying to get? Okay, it's worth at least 20,000 over that, so that they know, all right, we're at least going to, if Rich, for whatever reason, decides to just go off on his own little tangent and disappears off the face of the earth, and meets up with some girl over in the Philippines, is never coming back, we know that we can at least, when we repossess the house, we can get our money plus some back, which they're
right,
never actually going for the plus some. It's just get their money back. So that's why you actually repossession sales are so damn cheap, because or even tax sales are so damn cheap, because all they're after is what they want for their money. So you can all of a sudden get $150,000 home for $10,000 because that's what they owe on taxes and never bothered to pay.
Right.
And so yeah, you get hell of a deals off of those. The people who bought the house down on the corner of our on my block, the guy there didn't ever pay the taxes. He just up one day decided he was going to move someplace else and just left, never bothered to pay the taxes. So the county sold the house for the tax sales, and I think they bought it for like $8,000.
Wow. But
granted, it's still it's a pile of shit, but it's still, it's an $8,000 pile of shit.
Hey, you've got some land to start with.
Yeah.
But no, you see also on this block, on this same block, there's like 3 or 4 other houses that are actually being gutted right now and actually remodeled.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like what they're trying to do, because see, I looked on Zillow, and you can find the house on Zillow, and if you go down to somewhere else, you got to scroll down. It'll show you the market prices on that street and stuff. It's an estimate. Yes, I know.
Yeah,
it's an estimate. It's a loose estimate. It's a
you
very
ask a
loose
realtor,
estimate.
they'll tell you it's one that gets people really excited about wanting to sell their house.
Yeah.
But pisses off people whenever they go to try to actually sell their house, because they're like, oh yeah, it's worth $180,000. It's worth about $120,000. It's like, what? No, it'll go more for more than that. It's like, this estimate is way too high.
actually, in this area, no, it's not, because they've got a lot of houses anywhere from 78 to 96,000. There's a couple there's one that's, I'd say it says on Zillow 160, and it's a nice looking house. And there's a few others that are like 140 and 135, but most of the other houses are right around 100,000 or under on Zillow. So I mean,
maybe they've gotten their algorithm corrected then, because
maybe they have. I don't know,
because all the realtors that I know, they always talking whenever they see somebody come in and they're going, oh yeah, we were looking on Zillow and saw this, and they're just like going, yeah, that's not a good that's one of the worst estimates you'll ever come across.
Yeah, well, and you see, I didn't even look at the estimates. This was after I had already started the process. So,
right.
But yeah, I don't know, like I said, but yeah, the VA has 10 days to get the appraisal.
Okay.
And it was ordered Monday, I think. So whatever to say, that was what, the 13th or
somewhere
something
along the line. Yeah.
So probably by sometime next week, I should hear.
Get a call from the realtor going, all right, congratulations. Yep, we got it all done. They said it was all good, so we're going to go on ahead and push on.
Oh yeah, trust me. I've got my realtor, I've got my loan officer and her assistant. And actually right now I picked up a closing agent.
Okay.
Haven't met her yet, but so yeah, I don't know. All these freaking people, it's like, you know what? Give me my original 3 people and you run all the information through them.
Right.
Because if I get too many people going, my brain gets, because I get lost.
Yeah.
So
if
you're buying a house, use a realtor.
Use a realtor for sure. So anything else that you can think of? Let's see if I can get back over onto the topic of the business stuff. I don't even know how we got over on the house, but
I don't either.
But anyhow, so anything else that you can think of that you'd like to see on the show, like to see off the show?
No, as far as now, I mean, I would like us to explore more, and I know we will. Uh, with the like the live,
Yeah.
like to see what that's about. And some of the other namespace tags or
Yeah,
tags
for the
for
podcast stuff.
yeah, podcast
So
2.0 stuff.
yeah, and it looks like from a little bit of research that I've done, we might be able to find a peer tube that will allow us to do some live streaming. So
A peer tube.
yeah, PeerTube is okay. Have you heard of what the Fediverse is?
Metaverse?
No,
Yeah.
not Meta, Feta, like federated.
Oh no.
Okay, a federated a federated system is just a lot of what it sounds like. The you know the federal states, a federation or a grouping of different states. Our email is actually an example of what a federated system is like. Okay.
Okay.
You can have Gmail, that's its own little universe, but it can also reach out, touch MSN. It can also touch AOL. It can touch relaxedmail.com. It can touch,
Yeah.
any other .com out there that's got an email. You can be a part of it. You can also decide, you know what? I don't want any emails coming from AOL. And so you can cut them off. So you can actually isolate them. Well, there's a thing you probably have heard Mastodon, right?
Heard what?
Heard of Mastodon.
Yeah.
Okay. Mastodon is part of the Fediverse. And the way that Fediverse works is off of a set of protocols called the Activity Pub and Activity Stream.
Yeah.
And I've actually been playing with the Activity Pub myself by putting it onto my WordPress site. So my WordPress site is actually, you can go to what is it? If I'm thinking right, it's relaxedmail@relaxedmail.com. If you're in like a Mastodon client of some sort, you can actually do a search for it. You can actually pull it up and get some of the different blog posts from.
Okay.
So it's just kind of a way of doing it, but that's not. Most people know of Mastodon strictly because when Elon Musk took over Twitter, and everybody was losing their shit and thinking, oh my God, the liberal mecca of Twitter has fallen to a liberal or to a conservative. This is terrible, horrible, no good. We've got to run. We've got to go someplace. And so a lot of people went into Mastodon. Jack Dorsey, who created Twitter, created Blue Sky, which is federated also. And so you've got all these different servers. You have like mastodon.social, you have podcastindex.social, you have noagenda.social. Most of them use the .social top level domain, but it doesn't have to be. But you've got all these different little servers set up, and most of them they're just Activity Pub servers.
Right.
But one of the things that you can also do is do videos. And so that's where PeerTube comes in. PeerTube runs off of Activity Pub for videos.
Okay.
And one of the things they can allow, not all of them, but a server can actually allow for live streaming. And how that works, honestly, I don't know. I haven't looked that deep into it. I just seen that PeerTube has been mentioned, and I've looked at it a couple times. It's just another place that I could throw up videos that I produce, so that I don't have to just wander around on YouTube and Rumble. I'm not just being beholden to those two. Right. So if I do ever say something that God forbid YouTube doesn't like, which isn't going to be hard, I could just say Trump is really cool, and I could get booted off of it easily.
Right,
But
right,
which is funny because we're on there. But we can also I could be over on Rumble. But if I said something that say like I don't like how orange Trump is, they might wig out and kick me off of there. So you can't win for losing because everybody's so divided. So you can go to a decentralized instance like PeerTube, or in my case, I also use the Hive blockchain Hive blog system called 3Speak, and it works. It's a bit buggy, but it works.
right.
And so I also put videos up on there also, and you can again you can put it in whatever community you think the videos best fit. But I'm not sure if the Hive allows for live videos. And I still got to figure out. It's like, well, do we need some type of transcoder to be able to do the live, or can we do the live and just do live on YouTube for now until until we say something horrible and YouTube says, no, what, we're not having you on here no more. Get off of here, and then we become nomadic until we find something else.
I mean, we could actually just live to YouTube for now while we're exploring the others.
Oh yeah, and we can actually go live to YouTube through Zoom right now.
Yeah,
but the issue that I run into, I guess that's what I'll do this weekend. That'll be my big task besides for getting next week's podcast for my show and a blog post done, is going ahead and run a couple tests with going live and going ahead and get those, see if I can get that really hammered out.
Okay. Yes. I mean, I don't, going live to YouTube isn't that hard, because I know I want to say Matt and I did it a few years back when we were out in Montana, but maybe we was just on Facebook. But I think there was one time me and him went live, and we wound up going live on YouTube, but I can't be 100% sure.
Oh yeah, no, it's easy to go live on. Like I said, I mean, I could actually, let's see here. If I scroll over here, let's see. Oh yeah, hit share. Is that no, cancel apps. Nope, that's not going to be it either. Where is that? That finger, bring that back up. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there it is. Live stream to YouTube. Boop.
Okay.
And so I could just enter my stuff in, and it'll automatically go ahead and sync up to YouTube, and I make it for I could set it up to where it goes to the two Grumpy Vets page and
on Facebook,
on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But you can also do to Facebook too.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. It's just I think trying to run. I'm not sure, but I think trying to run two platforms at once. I mean, right now it wouldn't be that hard, but if we did get followers and people that jumped on to watch our ugly mugs,
right?
And
that might be something that we might be able to do. Is I could probably even make. We'd have to try it out. Well, it may not work.
Why? What you think?
What I was thinking was I could go ahead and also make you a co-host, and you could set one to go live on Facebook and I go live on YouTube, but that's probably not going to work because it has to bounce off the Zoom first. So all of our stuff goes together in Zoom, gets processed, and then it gets spit out to whichever live place we're going. So that's so if we were to do that, it'd be like having me trying to send it over to YouTube and Facebook at the same time, since it's all this is going through my account.
Oh, so, yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, I've got until. Well, no, I don't.
I mean, it's not really going to matter because.
Listen, hang on. I was thinking because I've got Zoom I've got the paid version of Zoom until the 5th of December.
Yeah, well, I've got the paid version of Zoom too.
I mean, because I was going to kick it out last year, and I spaced it, and I didn't click the
It didn't kick
do
it in
not
time.
auto
So they're like,
renew.
yoink.
And yeah, it just like snatched, and I'm like, oh, you bastard.
And they will not give it back to you either.
No, they won't. They like, we got your money, you ain't getting it back. You just
we gotta pay our bills too, man. So tough luck on you. You better remember next time.
Yeah, well, you know what? Knock it down. You don't need $150 fucking a year. So,
but okay. So, but anyhow, so with the live, I did have an idea. Well, before we jump over to mine, how about you, dude? Got any ideas, thoughts, things that you would like to see on the show as opposed to things you would like to see taken off the show?
You know, because this show is relatively new and there are quite a few things that get talked over my head. So my response is going to be, so as far as the person sitting kind of in the shadows and just adding a
Well,
point
that's why I'm asking you. I'm going to draw you out of the shadows.
Right now, you know, I really don't have, unfortunately, any suggestions as far as topics or what do we really, is there anything that we want to focus on a weekly aspect? You know, the only thing that, you know, I can talk about, but I hate debating, is religion and politics.
Right.
So, you know, but as far as what to work on, you know, I really could not give you any type of real suggestion right now, unfortunately.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that, dude. I mean, yeah. I get your point with the show being, you know, so young, and I mean, we're still getting things ironed out. We'll still be getting things ironed out, you know, as for a while. So,
oh yeah. I don't expect this show to really hit its legs until probably about episode 25. So
I would say, yeah, 25 or maybe later.
And at that point in time, we might, keyword, have a clue as to what we're doing.
No, I'm scared now.
By then, we'll have you're going to be the master editor. You're going to be going through whacking these shows up into bite-sized pieces and posting them up on all the social media sites like a champ. You'll be doing it in your sleep.
Right.
But I did come across an idea. I still got to play. I'm going to play with it also this weekend, which I need to write down before I forget. A Lightning wallet solution for Ron, and that's Fountain.
Okay. In fact, oh yeah, speaking of that, I'm trying to get together with Albie where they reached out to me, and I was going to jump on a meeting with them and get set up, but that was with Jean Paul, and then Moritz actually jumped in the other day and was like, no, cancel that meeting. He's like, we found some issues. We're going to fix them. And so I've got another one set for the 31st of May, I think. Okay. And, you know, I'll give them some time to fix this up, and then they can, you know, set me up and everything like that, and I'll be set. And I believe I can still use that. I believe I can still use my getlb.com.
Okay.
wallet.
Well, I'm thinking if this works the way I think it will, then we can get Ron to set up a fountain, and they actually have got Oscar Mary is the guy who is the head guy for the fountain app, and on the wallet he's actually got it now to where you can actually use the Lightning Network to fill your wallet, Strike to fill your wallet, or you can actually even use just your card. And I don't know how what he's done to get that going, but that makes it a lot easier for Ron, because we can actually, if he decides he wants to start sharing Satoshis with other places, wants to and stuff, he would be able to do that. But at least he would have a wallet that is actually receiving Satoshis, so that now we can actually really start pushing that stuff, and might even be able to get notices for the boosts and stuff through Fountain.
Right.
So
and,
that's something I'll figure it out.
You see, also with True Fans, you can I think they use Strike, if I remember right, and you can use your debit card to top off your Satoshis through True Fans.
Yeah. And there was, what was it they were,
and it's simple as crap.
Oh, is it?
Right.
Yeah. No, Ron, it is.
Right.
So
dude's like, man, you're so full of shit right now.
You don't understand what simple is.
I am so far behind the power curve as being a dinosaur when it comes to electronic devices and navigating electronic devices. Yeah, I am a dinosaur, and I am so far behind the curve, it ain't even.
Yeah, well, you're going to get smarter for it, just because of the proxy of having two semi-smart morons helping you out here.
Sorry about that.
That
gives me the confidence level of wow.
Well, just know that we don't have to be brainiacs on the situation. We just have to be just a couple steps ahead of where you are, so that we can tell you don't trip over that. Right. So that's one of the great things about being an expert. You are an expert to somebody. You're somebody's expert. No matter what, you're somebody's expert.
Exactly.
So,
yes.
So one of the things I would actually looking at adding, though, is and this is kind of back when we were talking in the pre-show, Ron, the reason I was asking about PlayStation 5 is how willing you would like be to do that, is I would think it'd be kind of fun just to have the Grumpy Vets gaming, where we log on, we all jump on Twitch, and we all just play around on Twitch together.
Say that would be cool, I think.
And that would be I think that'd be a lot of fun. We just do some of the game as service type
Twitch,
of games like Destiny or Destiny 2.
like with Agent Orange and DDT, the Twitch,
Yeah, the Twitch.
No, it's actually a website where you can stream a lot of video gamers stream their gameplay while they're playing.
Now, again, also we'll have to be kind of careful with it, because if we are playing around and we make some comment about how the way you died was just real gay, they have a tendency to go, oh, okay, you're done here, and eject you. So
they're liberal, they're woke.
They are. I'll see if I can find the article, but yeah, there was one gender questionable dude who was throwing, basically was making the comment. He became a moderator for Twitch and was like, yeah, we're in control now, bitches, and basically was just going on a power trip. Is if you look straight to me, I'm kicking you off, type of thing. And so yeah, they've got some. I don't know if he's still around or not, but he was definitely thought he was going to get his revenge by kicking straight white dudes off of Twitch, which again, if he did it one too many times, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of other folks who play Twitch or on Twitch, but at the same time, you look at who all the gamers are that people go and watch. Sorry, but there are more straight white dudes that playing video games and streaming those video games.
Right.
And
see the thing is, there are other platforms than Twitch, and these,
I mean, we could actually just stream. We could, if I'm thinking right, you could take PlayStation 5, stream it to Twitch, stream it to YouTube, and or
you could stream it to PlayStation, I think.
Well, you can do it, but just stream on PlayStation too. Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, I mean, we could play around with that, or whatever.
But yeah, I was thinking we could do some of the different co-op style games like Ghost Recon. We all start off at the very beginning and just completely weak little weenies and build ourselves up to level 50s. Juggernauts didn't turn around and try to jump over to Breakpoint and maybe, like I said, do Destiny or Destiny 2, or maybe try some of the other Fallout 76 or something like that.
What's up, dude?
How would asteroids fit into all this? And for those
I'd have to see if Asteroids is even
available
on the PlayStation. I don't know. Let's see here.
And for all of you out there, Asteroids was a game console that was started in the mid 70s.
Oh,
very,
more than
very,
just the
very
mid 70s.
basic.
It was quintessential 80s game.
Well, it started before that because we had it in the skating rink.
Yeah.
But that's
Nope.
I can play Asteroids.
No asteroids there.
What's that?
So there's no asteroids on the PlayStation Store. But
dang it.
But there is Fallout 76.
Yeah. And there's Fallout 4 too.
Yeah, I've got Fallout 4. I kind of wish Elden Ring was a multiplayer. Oh no, it does. That's awesome. Oh, that's cool.
What was that? What was that one game that I told you that I liked that you go to the planets?
What's that?
What was the name of that game?
Or something?
It's Gyrus.
Gyrus. Yes, that was my last involvement with video games was Gyrus.
Yeah. But there you go. That's some games we could do. We could do just complete total pain runs through the different Soulsborne games out there, like Elden Ring and Bloodborne. Bloodborne's awesome. It's fun. It's hard, but it's fun. And so I would definitely would love to go through Bloodborne again and just let everybody run around and just clobber the crap out of everything, and just to see the bizarre storyline that is Bloodborne.
That might be kind of fun. Do you have a headset, Brian?
I've got what I have right here. I've got earbuds that will fit into the controller. So yeah, we can actually talk, and it's got a little microphone on there, so we don't have to do the whole, ambient controller mic.
or that's like if Breezy calls me and we're playing a game, because Well, no. See, when Britt and Brian got their PS4, they never got a headset, I don't think, or they did have a headset, but they don't know where it's at. And I've always asked Breezy, I'm like, sweetheart, do you have a headset? No. So what we do when we play a game
Let's call each
on
other up
the
on the phone.
PlayStation, yeah, yeah, she video calls me.
Uh-huh.
And then lays the phone down beside her, face up. So,
All
and
you
then
get's a ceiling.
right. But we're sitting there playing a game, and
Uh-huh.
and then freaking MJ will come running by and find out, hear my voice, and then he grabs the phone, and then it's nothing but blurry,
Yep.
and he's like, "Hi, Uncle."
Non-stop
Hi,
motion.
Uncle.
Hi.
Right. So yeah, but it's cool though.
So yeah, well, all right. Well, that'll be the other thing that I do. Then I'll go ahead and I'll get some. I'll get some of the those areas set up for us. So, let's see.
Well, and now remember on the streaming side and stuff, with the
No, it's going to
PlayStation.
be complete. Yeah, it'll just be you'll both be streaming through the PlayStation.
Okay, but I'm just saying I'm very new to all that stuff. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I can learn it quick enough. I know I can.
Oh yeah, and it's not hard because what we can do, and the way I've done it before, is I'd set up a party and
Okay.
invite you, and if we can get Ron going ahead and shell out some shekels, the miser that he is, shell out some shekels for his own PS5. I'll invite him, and then we all three jump on, and then we laugh as Ron dies instantly on Bloodborne.
Well, hey Brian, Ron could get a PS4 and still do this.
Should be able to work. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, he could go El Cheapo and do PS4.
Yeah. So, see, dude, it wouldn't cost you $500.
Just 250.
well, yeah, that's probably well. You can maybe find it for a little cheaper, but down here, yeah, they're 250, 280.
Yeah, but I bet you could probably get them over at a pawn shop.
That's what I'm saying. At a pawn shop, yeah, they're charging down here. They're charging 220 to 240.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess right about. I figure they're.
But you never know. In Texas, they just might have a surplus of them.
Yeah,
you might be able to pick one up for $1.25.
I bet you if I go to a pawn shop closer to the military installation,
you probably
sure
you can probably get a PS5 for $1.25. Yeah,
no shit.
Poor some private's gone off, screwed around, got
a girl pregnant, had to sell everything.
It's like, oh damn it, man, I got to go off to get some money.
So yeah, you could get a PS5 or a 4, because a 4 will stream.
Yep.
So and 4 and 5 integrate seamlessly.
Right.
The only thing is well, no, we'd be playing co-op games. So
we would have to play. I mean, we would have to
play
do
PS4
our own little
games.
Thing. It's just like you would have to stream your game, and Ron would have to stream his own game and stuff. And we just sit around and bullshit as we're playing, and that would be near as fun as all of us, running around.
Well, Brian, what I'm saying, while we're getting Ron climatized all this, we don't let Ron go off by himself. We don't know where he'd end up.
Okay, we'll start out with Astro's Playroom. Will be our first game.
That's actually a fun one.
Hey, there you go. There's a set of games we could probably find to play that would work real good. Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Tried playing Fall Guys?
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's a fun one. It's take Wipeout.
Okay.
And turn it into just where you've got a battle royale of about 50 people all going at once. And they're these little squishy marshmallowy dudes. And so they're all running around trying to dodge these these beams that are swinging around and all that to try to make it to the finish line in time.
Really?
Oh God, it's hilarious. It's a great party game.
It's
And
called
so yeah, you
Fall
can actually
Guys.
yeah,
FALLGUIS.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look it up because it sounds kind of
It's
funny.
free, man. It's free. So you don't
No.
want to even have to shell out any cash for it. Fall
Well, right.
Guys.
Yeah, well, right now, thank God, because I'm a broke motherfucker right now, man.
Yeah. I was gonna say we don't need to go off and be spending $70 on
Oh
Elden
God,
Ring
no.
yet. So
No. I'm 2-3 months away from that minimum.
yep.
Yeah. No, right now
Unless we start bringing in a lot of money. So folks, if y'all want to help Rich be able to afford watching, and so y'all can watch him, me, and Ron all three play video games, just and watch
and laugh your ass off.
And laugh your ass off at how pitiful we are at playing.
Send us Satoshis.
Heck yeah! Start boosting Satoshis. Start make all the comments you want. You can actually send a boostergram, and we will read those boostergrams out whenever we start being able to receive the boostergrams and know when they come in. Because the new helipad is hilarious. If you listen to, I think, last week's podcasting 2.0, they just updated helipad, so now you can actually set like anything from up to like 100 Satoshis would be like one sound.
Okay.
No, anything between another range is another sound. Or if you want to have just somebody send out like one particular number, so like 777.
Mm-hmm.
If they send that, and all of a sudden out of nowhere you would hear a sound go off like a heart, because 777 or a bunch of sevens is a striper boost, is what they call it, because they have all these numerology things, which is amazing. Right. So you have like the 1776 boost, which is the freedom boost. You have the rush boost, which is 2112.
Mm-hmm.
You have a row of Richards, or a bag of Richards, which is a bunch of ones. So it's a bunch of dicks. You got a row of ducks, which is a bunch of twos.
Okay.
You have a little row of ducks, which is like 4 twos. You have a flock of ducks, which is 6 twos. So you got those. You've got they've got. I've got a list of them. I got a list. I found a list of all the different numerologies for them. But yeah, they've got.
Shoot me that if you would in Google Drive or something.
Yeah. I'll throw it up on there this weekend because it's over on the Mac. But yeah, there's just it's a whole bunch of different different numerologies. So and so you could set up the helipad to launch off a particular sound. Mm-hmm. So because the default one is just a pew. So, and if you ever listen to Podcast Index, Adam has the helipad tied into the soundboard. So as they're talking, you'll hear from time to time, you hear, and it's people sending boosts. So they know that they're receiving it because they'll send it, and about 10 seconds later they'll hear a pew go across. Mm-hmm. But again, he's now got this. So if people are sending like 777, and it's an angel harp that goes off, so they'll be talking. All of a sudden, it'll sound like they're going back in time. So it's just so bizarre. It's so fun to do that because it gives the audience a chance to interact and to be a part of the show. And then at the it's kind of like what I want to be able to do at the end. They have just kind of a boostergram corner type of thing where it's just, hey, this is all, everybody's boosted. You got so and so is boosted, did a striper boost 77777, and they said, you guys are old or grow up boomer or whatever, whatever type of whatever saying they want to throw at us. and we get to comment. Maybe they have a question, and they're like going, "Dude, why does this happen?" And so we could actually then go, "Dude, so why does that happen?" And dude can actually answer live on the show, especially if we're doing the live shows.
Yeah.
And so we get this immediate feedback loop,
right,
which allows for our audience to catch stuff. And this allows, and if they want to make a comment, again, they can comment back, and we actually have the choice. Do we want to answer every comment, or do we want anything that's over 50 Satoshis? Whatever it is, we actually have that choice to decide, you know what? We're going to hear everything. We're going to talk about anything that's above one, because they actually have started having problems of people putting out what they're calling shit boosts, where it's just they're doing advertisements essentially, but with only for one Satoshi.
Oh, okay.
And they're just
well,
get the number one crypto advisor with at this link or whatever.
Yeah, no.
And
well, you see, that's the thing. I mean, say we've gotten 103 downloads so far, which is actually good for the first month,
right?
So I mean, we don't have a lot of things going on yet, so we've got time to explore this and get it ironed out. And so I mean,
and that's part of it. I want to, as Adam Curry, he's the guy who created podcasting 2.0. Well, actually, he's the guy who created podcasting in itself. Him and Dave Weiner, they went through and created the tags needed for podcasting to work.
Right.
And and then Adam Curry and Dave Jones have taken the old spec and are now expanding it to where we've got the live and in-person tag, or live item tag, the lit tag, where we go live. We've got the lightning, the magic wallet switching stuff. So we got all the wallets and things like that. We can we've got the transcripts are podcasting 2.0. The
chapters, which is cool.
You got actual RSS feed style chapters instead of being beholden to just somebody else who doesn't really want to actually respect what the transcripts are about. So we've got a whole bunch of things. We've got a blog roll. So if you want to know what are some of the shows that we listen to, well, you can go to places like True Fans or blog Podfriend, and you can actually look and see. Actually, you can listen to our show on Podfriend, and what will happen is you will, as I'm talking right now, my ugly face is going to pop up at the bottom, and you're going to see the transcript popping up. And then when Rich jumps on, my face disappears, Rich's face pops up, and what he's saying shows up. And then
shoot, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's
That's
amazing.
On Podfriend?
Awesome. A Podfriend, yeah. Right now, it's only they used to have an app, but I haven't seen it, so they may be going for a progressive web app, much like how True Fans is.
Oh, okay.
So, but they don't have all of the they haven't implemented all. The only one that's implemented all the tags is True Friends, and he hadn't implemented the transcripts. Sam Sethi hasn't implemented the transcripts like Podfriend has. Podfriend's just they really put some thought into it. So you got little heads. My head pops up and it has all the words show up, and then your head will pop up, words will show up, and then we get a question mark showing up for dude, and all the
well, I do know on True Fans, so when you look at when you bring the script up, it'll follow along with the script.
Yeah,
and everything, which I like that. So it's, there's still little nuances we're learning, but
absolutely,
it's actually cool, and trying to explain it to people. You see, I love it when geeks get in and do cool shit like this.
Uh-huh.
But geeks need to learn how to break it down for simple people.
Well, that's what I'm
And
doing. I actually went
Yeah.
off and got how to podcast20.com. And I'm still, it's not going, the domain itself's not pointing to anything yet,
right,
but
it's just parked.
it's just parked over on the domain server. But what I'm doing is actually writing a how-to. So as I'm learning, how do I get somebody to set up a wallet? As soon as I figure out how to do that for Albie, I'll actually set up a new wallet, Albie wallet, and be taking screenshots of every step, taking and writing down the steps, doing just essentially a standard operating procedure on how to set up an Albie wallet for Albie 2.0, because Albie 1.0 got too big too fast, so that all of a sudden the U.S. government, thank you, Uncle Sam, for making shit difficult, comes along and goes, "Oh, you're playing with a little too much money here. We can't let you do that. You might not know what you're doing properly, and so we want to make sure that you don't take advantage of somebody." Well, what I would say to the government is, bitch, if he takes advantage of us, guess what? He's not going to be any longer.
Right.
In business.
Yeah, but and see, this is why they've been for some reason, and it's kind of hard to believe that I'm the only one from the US trying to get an Albie wallet, but it is very possible. And it just seems like they're trying to get this new system set up and in place and get me on it. And I mean, it's in beta testing right now, apparently. So,
right.
And the thing is, apparently they had kind of backed off of working with people in the United States because of the restrictions. But since you and I, was, emailing them saying, look, saying, look, we're, my friend told me to get one. I'm trying to get one, work with me here. And so they're, like I said, doing this 2.0 thing, I guess you could call it, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, because there was actually, they were rocking and rolling there for a real good bit. And I mean, it was a great service in their 1.0 phase.
Mm-hmm.
And the only issue that they ran into is when around Christmas time, there is a girl named Ainsley Costello.
Mm-hmm.
And she is essentially taking musicians into podcasting 2.0, into music 2.0 is what way I'm kind of calling it.
Right.
And it's taking all the same technology that podcasting 2.0 has, except turning it into musicians, because Snoop Dogg actually,
it shouldn't be hard.
No, well, but check this out. Snoop Dogg showed his numbers like last month. Had something like 3 billion plays. That's with a B. That's a lot of freaking zeros.
Yeah.
You know how much money Spotify gave him?
How much?
$45,000 is it.
For 2 billion plays?
For 2 billion plays.
Wow.
Ainsley Costello has been struggling to get any money from Spotify, because it not just is a numbers game. You have to be able to bring new people to the platform, essentially.
Right.
People have to be signing up essentially just to listen to like Ainsley Costello. Well, her mom, being the incredible manager that she is, came across podcasting 2.0 and talked to Adam and goes, "Hey, can you do this with music?" And Adam was like, "Well, yeah, except for the whole BMI ASCAP thing." And she's like, "No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about any of that. We own all the rights. We're not BMI at all. And he's like, yeah, sure, we could do that.
Well, and
with the
the
combination
thing
of
is,
places like Wave Lake, RSS Blue, and a couple other hosts that have gone strictly music based, they're actually taking musicians and letting them create RSS feeds for songs and adding their Satoshi or their Lightning wallets to it. And so now they can actually get paid for playing music. So now you can go to Boostergram Ball, which is, again, Adam Curry, but he does a music show where he just plays music 2.0.
Right,
and
right.
And Ainsley, from I think it's from last year, going from making maybe $45 or so from Spotify, if that, to she's made tens of thousands of dollars. Now, is she going to get rich off of it? No, but she's made more money off of podcasting 2.0 than she ever will off of Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or any of the other big players, because the game's rigged.
Yeah. Oh, no, it is. It is rigged. But you see, the thing is, and you see, I don't get why, honestly, because the podcasting 2.0 is using the RSS feed. And I mean, I'm going to ask this question, and it might sound facetious, and I'm not trying to be, but if all this is ran through RSS, then why have we sat on it for so long? Because
no
we can put music through RSS, huh?
Because no one's thought to expand it.
Okay. Well, no. I mean,
because at first, I mean, they had RSS. Mm-hmm. None of the big companies actually wanted to expand on what RSS was, because there's no means to monetize RSS. It's a very private file. It is dependent upon the blog. It is dependent upon what's being written, what's being applied to the RSS file.
That's the thing. That's exactly what you said right there. There was no incentive because they couldn't monetize on it. In other words,
that's why
they
Google
couldn't get
killed
$1.
RSS the Google Reader. That was the number one RSS reader on the net.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody used Google. I loved Google Reader. I still struggle to find something close to Google Reader.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple out there, but some of them want a shit ton of freaking money. And it's like, dude, I am not spending $25 a month on your program. Sorry, not happening. No. And so, and I get it. They need the programmer has got to eat too. I understand that. I get it. But at the same time, I almost wish that we would do blogging 2.0, to where somebody could read through a blog and go, hey, that was pretty cool. I want to send them 10 Satoshis.
Why couldn't you do it?
Satoshis, the RSS reader itself gets it sets up a fee of maybe 3%, 5% of the Satoshis that come through. They get their 5%, so they get a little kickback. The writer gets their money.
Right.
And everybody's
Brian, hold on though. Why couldn't you take your blog and just put it into an RSS feed?
Well, I do have it on an RSS feed, but it doesn't have to take it and to turn a blog post to where it can accept Satoshis. That I have no idea how to do.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying,
and that's the thing that I'm missing is the send Satoshi button. How do you do the send Satoshi through Lightning button? And that one, I'm like, why hasn't anybody created a WordPress plugin for this yet? Come on, man. So that's how I'd work. I'd be going, Satoshi, okay, we're good. So I've got to get that kind of. I would love to be able to do that, because it would be great. And again, all you'd have to do is get an RSS reader that also accepted Lightning Satoshis, to be able to have it attach a Lightning Satoshi, an Alby wallet, if you will, to it, and then you
not
could
cost an arm and a leg.
Actually, no, it would be It no more than what the because what is a podcast player? It's an RSS reader.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that it doesn't read text. It doesn't display text as it has to have those
as a page.
as what a reader would do. And I would love for it to be that, but they're actually now able to set it up to where there's a tag for music, an item tag for music. And so now when a podcast player sees music, it can actually change the type of player to become a music player for just the song. So if you want to listen to nothing but Ainsley Costello, boom, it'll turn on to a music player, and it would just play the songs, and then you could go back over to the podcast and do that. And so it's becoming a Swiss Army knife. Podcast players are going to eventually, somewhere, I think within next year, I think you'll start seeing Swiss Army knife podcast players that play music and play podcasts. And that would be amazing. And there's a couple of local musicians that I know of, and I've been trying to kind of talk them into check this out, because there's Ainsley Costello's mom has decided to go ahead and help other musicians do the same thing. And so she has created, oh shit, what's the damn thing called? I think it's called phantompowermusic.io.
That's a mouthful.
I think that's what I know. It's Phantom Power Music, but I don't know what the top level domain actually is. It might be just .com, but that doesn't sound right. I think it's .io. And so, but they actually will walk you through how to set up a Satoshi wallet, how to set up an RSS feed for your music, how to get. They're actually starting to do a publisher tag, is what the Podcast 2.0 initiative is actually working on right now. Saying, do we need a publisher tag? Is a publisher tag good? What we actually need, so that the publisher, say Phantom Power Music being a publisher, can go through and say, hey, these are all the artists that we have, and those artists all have their catalogs there. And so you can actually break it down so that if you want to listen to nothing but Phantom Power Music, you can listen to all Phantom Power Music artists that are available in their catalog. And so from there you can stream Satoshis, right, and give them 5 Satoshis. Or if you're like Adam Curry, again, he goes off and he doesn't mess around. He throws out he'll stream 1,000 Satoshis to some folks. So
that's cool.
Every minute, extra 1,000, extra 60,000 Satoshis in an hour. So it's amazing.
Nothing wrong with that.
The heck no, man. And so it's such a neat platform, and that's one reason why I wanted to do this show with Podcasting 2.0. I wanted to start really getting my fingers into this medium, because right now you got Apple. Libsyn's gotten around, and I've jumped off Libsyn. That's where I had my show hosted for the past 4 years. Right. I jumped off and have jumped on to Podhome also, which is the same host that we have this show on.
That's cool.
And now there's still some bugs. This is a new show, a new company and stuff, and their website's got some bugs in it, and I'm finding them left and right. And like one, for whatever reason, like the podcast player, whenever I put it on my show or on my blog post for the episode, it doesn't stay at the top. Something about it causes it to be sent all the way down to the bottom of the post every time.
Okay.
And
well,
so
they can fix that. I know that.
And I'm sure it's just a JavaScript setting somewhere, and it may be something that's in my control. And so I've got emails actually I'm going to be sending off that I've not sent off, because I was actually waiting until my latest episode came out today, because I wanted to make sure the way that it's set up so that you can actually do individual shows made me kind of stand back going, okay, if I change this on here, is that going to mess up all my other shows that I do on before, because I've got 227 other episodes, and I've still got to convert. Well, I've kept Lips for right now. We're on the $5 plan, and I was going to keep it for about 3 months just to make sure everyone jumped over, because I've got the 301 redirect set up. But the problem that I had with Libsyn is that they don't support podcasting 2.0 standards.
Right.
And when you ask them about it, they're like, "Oh, we do. No, you don't. To set up a podcasting 2.0 standard, you actually have to go into their destinations and go in and edit the RSS feed itself. They've got a little text spot down at the bottom where you can actually add all the podcasting 2.0 stuff that you'd like to add.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not user friendly.
Right.
Two, if you don't know what you're doing in that area, you can kill your feed.
Yeah.
And then you have to try to remove everything and hope that you got it all figured out and straightened out. And I just realized I was way off mic. I don't know how long I've been off mic, but geez. But
it's okay. I could still hear you, and I mean, it was good audio still.
Hopefully, we'll be able to pull me up and get me leveled out a bit.
Yeah, we will.
But it was, and I get Rob Walsh's thoughts. To him, Apple is the reason podcasting is out. Podcasting is what it is.
No,
and no, it is. It is.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have had as much success in podcasting if Apple iPod hadn't come along and Steve Jobs said, "You know what? We kind of like this podcasting thing. Let's incorporate it also, so we have content."
Well, true. Okay. Granted, yeah, true. I will give you that. But yet, in the end, just because Apple started it and all like this, which is fine, you don't need to keep praying to the Apple gods every freaking day.
No, I agree there. You don't have to pray to the Apple gods.
I mean,
it's
come on
a bad
now.
thing to do so.
Learn to grow.
Right. And I mean, Apple's the one who insisted that we have the RSS feed lock, which was supposed to be used to keep people from being able to add your account or your RSS feed to another host, or not host, but to another platform, and monetize against it. Because a lot of people were taking things like Joe Rogan before he went to Spotify. They were taking Joe Rogan's feed and putting it into Anchor and monetizing against it.
Yeah, see, now that's wrong.
Yeah, I agree. And so they were always someone was having to always run around and slap them down. And Apple was like going, "Okay, we can fix that. Let's do a lock." But then they would never utilize it. They wouldn't recognize their own standard.
Oh, wow.
So Apple's got a lot of problems. Now, granted, they have gone podcasting 2.0 for one thing. And that one, well, technically two things, because the lock, the RSS lock, but also the other thing is for transcripts.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason they went to transcript is because they were about to get sued by the not Anti-Defamation League, the Society for handicapped folks. Yeah, I'm completely slaughtering that.
ADA.
The ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act.
Mm-hmm.
They were about to get sued because iHeart, I think, just got their asses in the ringer with it, and they lost a big old battle, and the lawyers said, "Yeah, we're going for Apple next." So Apple's like, 2.0 podcast 2, they've got it all set up, we're gonna take it. And they did a beautiful job with it, which is Apple. They did a beautiful job. You sit there and talk. It's a lot like True Fans. As you talk, it highlights the word as it's being said.
Mm-hmm.
It's smooth and glorious, but like what Rob Walsh was saying, he was like going, Well, Apple doesn't recognize any of it, so we don't really need any of the podcasting 2.0 stuff. We don't even really understand what it's about. And it's like, that's the whole reason to use it. Let Apple not use the tags. Recognize the tags, implement the tags, because you're going to get more people leaving as they start realizing, oh, wait a minute. And I get it. Libsyn has thrown their chips into the advertising bin. They're like, we can do fine, this advertising, and it works barely, and it's dying. Advertising for podcasts is dying. I mean, Leah Laporte has fired off most of his people from Twit.
Right.
Because the advertising system does not work at the rate that they're wanting it. And because Apple, the Appleocalypse that happened in last October, where they did an update, it might have been this year, but they did an update, and the numbers
last year, I think.
Yeah, the numbers fell 30%. Because they updated how they actually download the podcast. Because a lot of people will on Apple, they would just set it to, hey, just go ahead and just download every new episode. No, and then people would never listen to the episodes unless they're like me. I download the episodes, the back episodes as they come available, and I get around to listening to them as they come about.
Right,
so but I'm a rare case.
Well, yeah, you are, but see, this is where Apple's still big, always will be big, because it's huge, but Android doesn't have, their apps are more freer, I should say. And so, I'm not saying Android is going after Apple, because Android is
Spotify is depending on who you look at, though. Spotify is in some rankings number one. Actually, is the number one podcast listening app out there.
Ain't no way I'd use Spotify for a podcast app.
Oh no, I wouldn't either. I can't stand the ads in between every episode.
Yeah, no. See, that's the thing. Yeah, this is why I like podcasting and listening to podcasts, is because there's no fucking ads.
Or if they are, they're native ads, usually done by, they're doing programmatic. A lot of people are trying to do programmatic, like Libsyn. That's their big claim to fame, is they're doing programmatic ads, which is the reason why the advertising costs are so damn low. Because you buy it from you buy your ads and say, I want to have 20,000 shows. Here's the amount, and it gets just chunked out into every show that's part of that fits the demographic that they want to have.
I would shut my show down.
I mean, if they don't really have any idea of who the person's that's downloading the episode, unless you are listening on Apple podcast app or Spotify. They've got the information. They know, one, how long you listen.
Mm-hmm.
They know whether you're a man or a woman or an it. They've got all that information. They have all that demographic. But if you are utilizing the RSS feed like everybody else, then they have no idea. So they just kind of piss in the wind going, all right, try this. And I've gotten ads for the Diva Cup, which is a menstrual cup. And it's like, sorry, I only spot only on my heaviest days. So I don't have any real flow. All right. I don't need a Diva Cup. So
that's the thing. See, that's the thing. You see, this is where letting someone else pick to put an ad in my show. No. Mm. And
that's the reason why I want podcasting 2.0. If I made this show worthy of your value, if you have made this show worthy of any value, then let the listener decide, man, you're worth $5. I'm going to start sending $5 to you through PayPal. You can do so. You go to twogrumpyvets.com. You see support. You got a tab up there for support. You can hit that, and it'll actually there'll be a button for PayPal. It'll take you over to PayPal. It's a few more hits than bounces than I'd care to, but it's there. It's what it is, and you can then set it up to where once a month, $5 from your bank account comes over and lands into the PayPal account. And when that starts rolling in, I'll be taking the money out about once a month, divvying it up, and giving 33% to Ron, 33% to Rich, 33% to me, and we're going to call it good.
Right.
And more than likely, the 33% of all of it we'll all just mash together, and we'll probably send it over to you, saying, "Here, pay for the hosting fees, and we'll be on our way."
Right.
I would love for it to start paying the hosting. Love for it to start paying. Maybe somewhere along the way we get big enough that we can upgrade our equipment. We can get Ron a laptop and some gig some fiber internet, and let him start becoming the world-class gamer that we know is inside of his heart, and
world-class gamer and podcaster.
And
that
podcaster.
Would be like, I mean,
I still believe he's going to eventually, we're going to wear him down, and he's going to see, oh, this doesn't take anything at all. I want to do that roller skating podcast, because he's the only one who would do it.
I mean,
and it, Ron.
And that's the thing. He would make millions of dollars. He could build it.
About millions, but he would get a lot of adoring fans.
I mean,
not to bet you'd get some roller girls come by, and they'd be in their little skirts and stuff, skating around for you.
Dude,
do you remember the days of roller derby?
Oh, hell yeah! I remember watching the new version of roller derby that they used to put on television.
Yeah,
where they had that big wall where the girls would skate up the wall and stuff, and they had I remember the show, and I loved watching it, just because it was a bunch of chicks just beating the ever living crap out of each other on roller skates. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
That's talent there, dude.
Hell yeah, it is.
Pretty much WWE on roller skates.
On roller skates.
Well, that's basically what it came down to.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was beautiful. It's just one of the best ideas. I'm sad that they don't do it anymore. It'd be great if rollerblades or quad skates came back and were just and just for nostalgia,
We'll
if
we need to get Ron, we need to get Ron podcasting about roller skating and rollerblading, and who knows, it might come back. I mean, it's honestly very possible. I'm not being facetious there. It is possible, because it's very not much something people think about. And if people heard about it, they're like, hey, let's do this. And then next thing you know, and then everyone, because there's only one roller skating podcast, and that's the Dude. You could even call it the Dude's Roller Skating Podcast. I mean,
Roller
simple,
Dude.
Right? Hey, perfect. Roller Dude. But no, seriously, it's that fucking simple. And honestly, you could use your phone, dude.
Yeah, you could use your phone. You could do it. And again, you could set it up for podcasting 2.0 also. And you would be able to just have your fans, your listeners, send you questions, comments, all that through the podcasting app of choice. And if you want to know what type of podcast apps there are out there, I mean, we've mentioned Fountain, we've mentioned Podfriend, we've mentioned
Podfriends,
and mentioned True Fans, and a bunch of and some others, but there's a lot of them. Like there's Podiverse and
Podcast Guru.
Podcast Guru. There's a lot of them out there, and if you want to know where you can pick one up, go to podcasting2.org, and there you will see apps at the top, or not at the top. You'll see for listeners, you can hit a button there and it'll bring up the apps. And there you can choose for iOS. You can choose for Android, or any of the other iOS, or not iOSs, but phone OSs that are out there. Because there's some for some lower end market phones that work quite well for some of the more developing portions of the world.
So there's all kinds of options to download for free.
Yeah. And if you're wondering about how to set up a wallet, if I was to give any suggestion, I'm going to have to say Fountain app right now. Now, it's not the app that I typically use right now, and that's because I haven't been able to find a podcasting 2.0 app that has one feature that I really is a must for me, and that is what's called a smart queue, smart playlist. So that whenever because what I do is I have my shows broke up into my own type of categories. So I've got a playlist of podcasts that are about podcasting. I've got a playlist for coaching topics, for coaches. I've got a playlist for history. I have a playlist for learning. I have a playlist of friends and others like that. And so what happens is with smart playlists, if you have like on my coaching, I have a live and free podcast. And anytime a new show comes out, it automatically gets added to the coaching podcast or coaching playlist. If you don't have that, then what you have to do is you just have to queue. So you have to go in and choose, all right, there's live and free, select that one, add that to the queue, go to the next one, add that one to the queue. And so you have to spend 20, 30 minutes to get a listening queue built up. And ain't nobody got time for that.
No, I wouldn't do it.
And so it kind of becomes a pain in the tail end. And from what I understand, there's a couple of apps that are really playing with the idea, trying to figure out how to implement that, but they don't have it yet. And I use iPhone, so I get to use probably one of the best apps out there called Overcast, and it's made by a guy named Marco, and he's made the statement of, I am not going to support podcasting 2.0. He supports podcasting 2.0, but he's not going to put any of the features into Overcast.
So that's fine. Then you just bail from his app.
It's his product. Yeah. He can do what he wants. But and the closest thing I've come to it is Cast-O-Matic, but Cast-O-Matic doesn't have the smart playlists.
Okay.
So, and it's like, because one of the great things about Marco's Overcast is that you can when you okay, start over. Start with simple words. Marco's Overcast app has a time-saving feature in it. Basically, what it does is it listens for when we're talking. And if you'll notice, sometimes we have some little spaces of silence.
Right.
Marco's app automatically notices that silence and cuts it out.
See, that
and
would
so
be
some
cool,
people go, wait a minute. You're ruining the timing of comedy shows. Well, okay, but true. I don't listen to comedy shows. All right. So it doesn't bother me. Right. And then if you go and you want to listen to 1.5 speed or 2 speed, a lot of people get they just speed the app up, and so you get a lot of chipmunk. So people start sounding like Chip and Dale. Right. His doesn't. His just takes more of the spaces out of the words.
Okay.
And so there's a little bit of chipmunking, but it's very, very, very slight.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, I understand that. And that's cool in a way and not cool in a way. I can see both sides of that. But also at the same time, is like, okay, let's say we were talking, we were on a deep subject, and and we
Bless
had a
you.
pause.
Thank you.
We had a pause for effect. Okay. So, and see, that's where I wouldn't want his app to take out that pause, because you would ruin the whole conversation then.
Okay. But again, would a pause really cause a problem?
Depends on the subject, dude. Sometimes
Okay.
yes. Most of the time, no. You're right. Most of the time, 99% of the time, no. But every once in a while, I mean, we have been known to have some deep conversations. Nothing that
Right.
has really made, where a pause made any much difference. But, still sometimes though, you would like to leave that pause in there
Right.
to convey a feeling or an emotion.
Right.
And see, then that's where if an app takes it out, I'd be like, nah, I'm out. I'd be like, nah, I'm gone, dude. I'm out. But nah,
So, but again,
just,
but Marcos would do that, and a lot of like I said, a lot of comedians, they're, because it's all about time. Comedy has a lot to do with timing,
right.
and so if you speed the comedy podcast up, are you destroying the timing, and are you ruining the comedy? And I've listened to, I don't listen to any comedy podcasts now, but I used to listen to a lot of Kevin Smith stuff. And so I would listen to Smodcast. I would listen to Jay and Silent Bob Get Old. I would listen to Edumacation. I would listen to Hollywood Babylon.
But say, yeah, and that's where the timing though is the key to everything.
But it's honestly, I laughed my ass off at everything that they did, and there wasn't a difference in the timing, really.
Dude, you were in the Navy. Come on now. No, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. I just had to throw that at you.
It's all right, man. I'm okay with you Army guys picking on those poor squids like that.
Oh my gosh.
So, and I know we're starting to go long, and I'm sure we've driven everybody away with our podcasting 2.0 talk, but that's the big thing. This technology is so cool, and it's just now taken off. I mean, we've had conversations where we talked about how crypto, we sort of missed the bus on the crypto.
Yeah.
And because I would love to have gone off and been a part of Bitcoin back when it was, you could run your own miner on your desktop and go to bed with no Bitcoins and wake up and have 10.
Right.
I would love to have been back then, but I didn't know about it until everybody started talking about it when it got up to almost $30,000, and then it fell, and so I was able to jump in at that time, and it's risen up to 70,000 now. But I've bought, and it's built up, and I've sold, and I've spent, and I've built up, and I've sold, and I've spent, and now now I've taken the Bitcoin, and it's just, I buy it for the Satoshis. I buy it off out of I was buying it out of Coinbase, and then sending it over to Kraken, essentially, and converting it into Lightning, and then throwing it over into my Lightning wallet. So I was bouncing a few times, paying other people as I did. So may start off with 10,000 sats, and by the time I got finished with it, I might have 9,000 sats. It's I am glad to be helping that environment grow.
Right.
I don't feel like I'm being taken advantage by anything. I know as sure as hell I don't need the government's help on babysitting what I do with my money. And that was one thing that I was actually going to talk about if I hadn't gone long winded on this, was that saw that Oklahoma has essentially deemed Bitcoin, us humans in Oklahoma have the right to manage our money the way we want to manage it. If we want Bitcoin, we can spend and utilize Bitcoin all we want.
Really?
It's just fine. And I'll see if I can pull up what it actually was called. And then that might be something we talk about on a later date.
I was thinking, yeah, we could probably talk about that next week or so. That sounds pretty cool.
It is called the title of it is from Decrypt, and it's Bitcoin self custody is enshrined as a right in Oklahoma. So you can have your own Bitcoin wallet that doesn't have to be ran by Coinbase. It doesn't have to be ran by anybody.
Yeah, it's a cold wallet.
It's a cold wallet. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a cold wallet. And in fact,
you can have a cold wallet, and that's just fine. That is a right as a human being in Oklahoma.
Well,
and
it's sad.
Sometimes those damn Okies, they get it right from time to time.
True. But you see, what's sad is that we think we have to have a state to tell us what is our right. And I'm sorry, but
no, we don't.
No, we don't. Yeah, I'm glad Oklahoma has moved to this, because I know down here in Mississippi, they have Bitcoin ATMs.
Yeah, we've got Bitcoin ATMs all over the place in Oklahoma.
I've never used one.
No, I haven't either.
But I got to say, we've been long-winded on this one.
Yep. So we'll go ahead and we'll call it a night, because I'm sure Ron's about to fall asleep on us. So can't have the dude doing that. So
no, we don't want the dude to do that.
Nope. And snores. I mean, we would have fun making fun of the snores and the snorts and stuff that you made, but
true.
At the same time. Oh God, he's getting eaten, people. Oh God, so
save him quick.
Somebody get a call. Somebody call him. So, but anyhow, all right, guys. As you heard us talking, podcasting 2.0. This is done as a value for value program, where I'm not going off. We're not going to be selling you anything. Well, correction, we will end up selling you stuff, but it's going to be off of a store. It's going to be our stuff. It's going to be our merch. This is something I foresee down the road. We're going to start making smart ass comment shirts, and we're going to have two grumpy vets and a dude's equipment being available for everybody and anybody who wants to buy it. But as of right now, you're not going to hear mattress ads on this show. No. You're not going to hear maxi pad ads on this show. You're not going to hear ads about Diva cups. All right. We've got 3 dudes.
My ears still hurt over that one, but okay.
But we are here to just show you that, hey, you can have a great time, and just show what a conversation can be about. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. So if you found anything of value in this show, whether it's the information about podcasting 2.0, whether it's about what trivia we know or don't know,
right?
We have, you have the ability to share what you think the value is. What you think the value is all that I care about. If you think it's worth $1, beautiful. It's $1. If you think that it's worth $50, even more beautiful. I like that even more. But it's all completely up to you. I am grateful that you are actually listening, and that you're wanting to be a part of the show, and you want the show to continue on.
Leave us a comment. Send us an email. rchelson@gmail.com or circlecast@gmail.com.
Precisely, or rchelson at Gmail. We're here. We love to be able to hear from you. Get information, get news of what's going on in your world, and if you need help for something, or you'd like to ask a vet something, we'd love to be able to help you. Love to go through, talk to you, and develop that community. That's what this is all about. We want this community to grow, develop, and to shine. And yeah, we right now we're doing this all out of our own wallets. And as we grow, we're hoping we're going to be able to still do this through the wallets. But there's a chance that something may happen where we're not going to be able to do it. And I'm not meant to say this as a means of guilt tripping you into doing this, because no, it's not a guilt trip. But at the same time, something may go on where all of a sudden our hosting fees may become so popular that our hosting fees go from what it is right now to, $300 a month. Holy smokes. How are we going to fork that one out?
Yeah,
how are we
that'd be
going to figure out
rough.
how to do that? That would be so rough. I mean, I've got ideas. If we ever got it, I would actually, honestly, what I think of doing is called IPFS. So Interplanetary File System. It's basically,
I was just going to say, I'm
Federation
not standing on a street corner.
No. It would be funny to see you do so, though.
Yeah. I would know. Yeah. But
Hey,
yeah,
we already know that you have a pole on the back of your Jeep, and that you will pole dance for Jeep parts.
Well, hey, Jeep parts are expensive now.
Jeep prices are out of control, man.
Right. But yeah, no, it's just we're just going along with this, and yeah, we'd love to hear from you, and hear your thoughts and ideas just as well as our own.
What would you like to hear on this show? I mean, we've talked to all three of us. We've given our ideas. Gaven. I didn't know that was a word. Given.
Hey, you could add that to the Urban Dictionary.
I only went to Sunray High School, so I'm doing good here. But if you have an idea of an idea for the show, love to hear what you have to say. Love to see what your ideas are, because who knows, maybe that's something we can come up with. Time, talent, treasure. All whatever it is, take the time to send us an email. Go, hey, dude, I would love to see y'all do this, or I'd love to hear y'all talk about this. What's your thoughts on this? That's contributing time to the show. Talent, if you are a graphics designer, or a great I don't know, database admin or something, and you want to be able to jump on and help us in some way, hey, we can utilize your skills. We'd love to be able to utilize whatever skills you would like to be able to share. Or if you want to just tell us, hey man, I'm a talentless blob of goo, but I've got $5 here. Here's $5, or here's $5 worth of Satoshis. You can send those to us. If you want to reach us, send us a boostergram. Hit that boost on the on your podcasting app, modern podcasting app of choice, and it'll arrive to us, and we will start having a conversation with you. Love to be able to do that. So guys, with that, I want to say, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign this off and say good night. And y'all have a great rest of the week, and we will see y'all next week. Rich, you got any final words? I locked Rich up. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
It's freaking 10:15 at night. You expect my brain to work? Yeah, no, I don't know why. It just, I've got nothing. So peace.
Okay. All right. And how about you, dude? You got any last minute words you'd like to throw out to the ether?
Yeah. Squirrel. Squirrel. Now, get off your couch and go roller skating.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Well, guys, y'all take care. Y'all have yourselves a good rest of the night. Great talking with y'all again, and we will see y'all next Thursday. So till then, guys, bye.
Peace.
Good night. Peace out.
See y'all.